Welcome back, everyone, for another round of Charlie Brown politics. Cornel West has done it again. He has somehow made the wrong decision and kicked himself in the tail once again, stepped on his own foot. What am I talking about? He recently put out a tweet that has caused some emotions to flare up. So, without further ado, let me show you this tweet real quick. Okay, so this is a tweet. It says, "My prayers are with the precious family of the courageous Russian political prisoner, the late Alexei Navalny, just as I pray for my dear brothers, Mumia Abu Jabbar," and he goes on to list some other political prisoners. "In all other political prisoners in the U.S. and the world, free all political prisoners under cruel and unjust systems of oppression." So there you have it. This is the tweet that started it off. Okay, so here's the kicker. Here's the punchline. Alexei Navalny, or whatever his name is a neo-Nazi. Literally, he is a Russian nationalist. And as you could imagine, some people did not like the fact that somebody like Cornel, who's supposed to, his main cause in life is to fight white supremacy. I think people took it wrong when he put out this tweet. As Kit from Hardlands Media likes to say, read the room. So let's go down and look at some of these reactions. The first one is going to be from Sabby Sabs from RBN. "Dr. West, Alexei was a Nazi. He should not be in the same category as these political prisoners." Going further down. "Brother, Cornel West is praying for the precious Nazi terrorist CIA asset, Alexei Navalny." And I come to find that out as well, that this guy was also a CIA asset, so that just adds to the list. Let's go down. There's one more that's pretty good. "Brother Navalny saw brother Muslims as brother cockroaches, but go ahead, brother." And there's videos of this guy calling Muslims cockroaches. You can go and look it up. So that's going to be the first thing that I want to show you. As you can expect, a lot of people had a response to this. Some people like Revolutionary Blackout Network, okay? And so let me show you their response to Cornell's tweet, and I think you might find it pretty interesting. And I tend to agree with what they're saying here, so let's check this out.
Myself all the time. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm constantly evolving and changing and learning new things, and I'll be like, shit, I got that wrong, and I got to change my position. So I don't even agree with myself 100% of the time, but I think that and again, this one's so fucking easy. Look at this tweet. Cornel West did not just praise Alexei Navalny. He lumped him in with Mumia and Leonard Peltier. Are you joking, Dr.
That
West?
was
like what kind of drugs is he on? Legitimately. Seriously.
Like, this is so
what is this? Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, see, man, like me and Cornel West, we mutual. Look at the top right here. I'm friends with Cornel West. I had him on multiple times. This shit is sad. It's sad. And he's getting his ass handed to him, and he deserves it. And this is kind of shit that repulses everyone. This brown nosing bullshit. Like, this is you, Dr. Cornel West, being weak on white supremacy. What you accuse other people of being. You're being weak on Nazism in order to fit in with your bourgeoisie social club. Yes. And RBN and workers like me who don't give a fuck about being in that club, it offends me to see that you don't care about the truth. So you rather be a part of this social club. You rather have liberals approve of you. So you spread bullshit. You spit in our faces. Yeah. You bullshit us so you can fit in with people that we don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
This is class war, motherfucker. You don't understand the assignment.
No.
All right, so there is RBN's response. I can't help but to agree with pretty much everything that Nick said. Now, RBN has been, it's taken a while for them to, really go hard at Cornell, which is fine. They, like Nick said, they're friends. But I just want to put out there that the stones have kind of been in place that have kind of shown us that Cornel um, has tended to been on the wrong side of arguments and issues, and he has tend to have a very bad case of judgment in people. What am I talking about? He supported Obama. He supported Bernie Sanders. He told everyone to vote for Joe Biden. He supported Bill Bradley. If you don't know who Bill Bradley is, he's one of the original neoliberals. He called Muammar Gaddafi a tyrant back in the day. He fell for that propaganda. And when he called him a tyrant, Libya was one of the most prosperous countries in Africa. It was the most prosperous country in Africa. So, am I pointing all this out to say Cornell's a piece of shit or a bad guy? No, I don't think, he is, has a bad heart or anything like that. But if you're running for president, if you're saying you want to lead a revolution and be our leader and ask for my vote and for my money, these things need to be pointed out that you have been super inconsistent, that your judgment on people has been terrible. Look how he allowed Peter Dow to get into the campaign. Look how, just every step he's taken. So, yeah, I agree with what RBN's critique of Dr. West's tweet, okay? And so Dr. West had a response to all this, and I want to show you guys his response to give you his take on the story as well. So let me cut to this real quick. And this is going to be Dr. West responding to the tweet that he put out.
Yes, based on the tweet he sent out, that's caused an uproar within some folks on the internet, on Twitter particularly. So with that full disclosure, Dr. West, I'd like for you, if it's possible, sir, for you to go ahead and I want you to speak your piece on this because you know what this is about. And then I'll ask some questions after you've had your say.
Yeah, it strikes me that it's quite sad that people want to dictate who you can pray for. See, I'm a free black man and I pray for anybody I choose to pray for. People can criticize my politics and so forth, but you see, there's an irreducible moral and spiritual witness that's a fundamental part of who I am. So you remember, I put out a little tweet and I say, I pray for the precious family of Navalny. And people say, oh, he's a neo-Nazi. Why?
Okay, that's not entirely 100% there accurate. He called him a courageous Russian political prisoner, so there was some praise for the man himself in there. So he's kind of saying, I was just praying for this guy's family, regardless of the individual's ideology, is how I'm taking it. But, we'll let that go for now.
You mention him whatsoever. He doesn't deserve any attention. Well, people, they can have their opinion about that. But anybody who's, I think, is falsely accused and is either tortured or murdered by the state, regardless of their ideology, I pray for their family. But I didn't want to just focus on him. I had just spent a magnificent session with Brother Mark, Sister Susan, and the one and only Pam Africa, talking about this dear brother who I love so very much, Mumia Abu Jamal.
And so there he tries to, bring the attention to these other political prisoners that he's been fighting with. So take that how you will. For me, that wasn't a good enough answer, a good enough response. Like I said, he is making it out to be like, I'm praying for the family of this individual, not for the individual himself or praising the individual, even though the tweet did have some praise for the individual. So, there's his response to the tweet. You guys can accept it or not. For me, it's just not quite a strong enough response. But let's move on, shall we? So there's another clip that I want to show you guys. And so Dr. West responds to Revolutionary Blackout Network himself. And him and Tim Black both take a shot, excuse me, kind of take a crit, or I don't know. Oh yeah, they take a shot, a jab, a counter jab back at Revolutionary Blackout. Um, yeah, let's just watch it, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. So they're going to be talking, but keep in mind that they're talking about Revolutionary Blackout Network in the back of your mind. So here we go.
Because I'm going to be morally consistent. I'm not going to be silent about forms of domination and forms of oppression just because that nation is critical of U.S. imperialism. No, not at all. Well, you're just an extension of the State Department. State Department ain't got nothing to do with my free thinking. I'm as critical of the State Department as I am any other State Department in other countries. But that's just basic, man. That's just being morally consistent. If you're going to be on Iran's plantation, then say it. If you're going to be on Putin's plantation, say it. We're already critical of those who's on Biden's plantation. We're critical of those who's on Apex plantation. But get off the plantation. The aim is not to get off one plantation and get on another plantation. Get off Jimmy Dore's plantation. Think for yourself.
So let me stop it right there. How I took this, and I could be wrong here, is he said, get off the Putin plantation, get off of Jimmy Dore's plantation. And remember, keep in mind that he's talking about RBN. He's pretty much calling them like Jimmy's puppet, Jimmy and Putin's puppet. Like, he's asking, why aren't you critiquing Jimmy? Why aren't you critiquing someone like Putin? And I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. It makes me think back to the Jimmy Dore interview that Cornel West had, where he called Jimmy Dore a Trumper. And so when people come at Cornel and they don't agree with them, and, you know, when they got him, you know, dead to rights on something where he's wrong, and he can't back his way out of it, he seems to just call them like a Trump supporter, a Jimmy Dore supporter, a Putin supporter, and this is just, I don't know, it doesn't look good, does it? So let's just keep watching, and Tim Black's gonna take a shot here right now as well.
If he's disrespecting a black man, can you say it on your show? No, they can't say it on their show. Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Oh, I see.
Well,
and so, sorry to keep pausing. So, and then he shows his hand a little bit right there. He, I think, is sensitive that RBN didn't stick up for him during that Jimmy Dore dispute. And he says, he literally just said, like, oh, you can't say anything when Jimmy disrespects a black man on his show. And obviously that doesn't make any sense, just because, you know, I don't know. It's not making a lot of sense to me. So I just wanted to point that out. Let's keep going. Tim Black's going to make his shot here right now too.
Without Jimmy Dore, nobody would know who these people are. And every couple months they got to have them come on just so people remember that they even exist. So that goes for the whole lot of them. But Dr. West.
Ooh, so good, Tim. Oh my God, was that even an insult? I don't even know if that was even an insult. First off, Tim Black is still on Jimmy Dore's introduction video, so, you know, Tim Black's getting promoted in eyes because of Jimmy Dore. I'm pretty sure I only know who Tim Black is because of Jimmy Dore. So, and how is that an insult? If you're an up and coming podcaster, someone with more subs than you sees that and thinks you have talent, brings you on the show, they like what you say, so they keep bringing you back on the show. I mean, this is the podcasting game. That was not an insult at all. And yes, I'll be up front and full disclosure, I'm biased on this because I do a live stream for Revolutionary Blackout Network on their Long Beach chapter. And so, yeah, I'll put that out there. But even with that, I was questioning Dr. Cornel West long before I started working for RBN. You can go back and watch one of my old videos. It's called Dr. West's Unfortunate History. I'll put it on the on the thing at the end that where you can click that little video as a suggestion or whatever. And so, yeah, there it is, guys. There's a drama going on between RBN and Cornel West, and it all started with this tweet. So once again, Cornel West is kicking himself in the ass. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys agreeing with a lot of us that are criticizing Cornel for putting out this tweet and also just taking every horrible step you could as soon as he announced he's running for president? From hiring Peter Dow to leaving the Green Party to, supporting all the people that I said he supported, like Obama, Bill Bradley, Joe Biden, blah, blah. I don't know. Just tell me what you guys are thinking. So, with that being said, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next episode of Charlie Brown Politics. Later, everybody.